Busy moms. With a lack of time and family responsibilities, your body goes down the drain. You end up gaining weight, losing muscle mass and muscle tone, lack of energy, and you get into a bad mood. There is a way to fitness in very sizable digested chunks during the week where you can get your body back, tone up, lose your mommy tummy, and get your mindset right so you can better serve not only yourself but your family. Coach Adam, watch this.
What's your long-term goal?
Get down to a healthy weight, but really have a healthy body for life. I came to you highly motivated, so I'm still riding that. But I think that it's clear that consistency is going to be the key here. And I think even during the week, I was like, okay, it's not a workout that's killing me, but I still feel progress.
What helps you recognize your impatience?
I'm not sure. I think I feel impatient, which is kind of like, what are you, crazy? It's not gonna, it's not an overnight thing. It's gonna, So sort of like rationalizing and thinking to myself, I'm not sure. I think part is it's not like a finish line, it's just a change, right? Like this has to be life change. And that's kind of my talk back, right? It's not like do your task, then you're done. It's just this is the life change, so it takes time, is fine. I'm not sure. I just felt weak, right? Like I had enough food, I wasn't starving, but I felt like weak, like I couldn't do it. And there was enough rest days in between. It shouldn't have been that way. Any recommendations?
I think the key question is, should you dwell on that, worry about it? Should you focus on that too much, more than it's required to? You shouldn't. I think where people or beginners go wrong is where they expect every workout to be 100% energy. So we don't go back to the old conversation in your strategy session where you say, I don't have the motivation, I live a yo-yo life. So how are you feeling after your first week and a half or so?
Feeling good.
How's the knee?
Everything feels fine. Everything's feeling good. I think everything feels like a little looser than it did before. So it feels like slow strengthening progress. Yeah.
Slow strengthening progress. Okay, that's normal. What about the lower back?
I was like a little awkward, I think, the first couple rounds. And then as I got the practice of doing it, whatever, it didn't bother me at all by the end of the week. So feeling good. I still feel it a little bit during the stretches, and I just kind of stop there.
Now, when you say you feel your lower back during the stretches, that's when you overstretch or extend a little too far in certain stretches?
Yeah, like I got to limit, I would say, and probably push a little more, but I don't want to. I don't want to hurt myself and take steps back, so I stop there.
No, you don't want to. Absolutely. How are the push-ups coming along?
I can't do them, but I'm doing them. I go for it. They aren't hurting my back the way I thought they would. Like I was very uncomfortable in the beginning, and now they're kind of okay.
Okay, good. So what is the takeaway? What have you improved on after your first week of training?
I think I'm getting a little bit faster getting through, right? When we're on a call and you're telling me what to do, like I can go through it. But when just following the routine, I think the first couple of times I was going fairly slow, where you probably don't even get your cardio up at all, but at least you're doing some, strength training. That's fine. But by the end, I thought I got a bit faster. So it felt like you could squeeze it into life more, right? There's, it's not going to be an hour and a half. You can really get it done in this kind of reasonable amount of time. And that consistency, I felt like following the schedule is great for that consistency.
What have you grown with or grown at mindset-wise over the last week? What have you realized about yourself?
I think it's a tough one. I think I came to you highly motivated, so I'm still riding that. It's clear that consistency is going to be the key here. And I think even during the week, I was like, okay, it's not a workout that's killing me, but I still feel progress through even a week, right? Like you feel progress in even just a week. I think mindset-wise, as much as I say I know it's a long-term game, I already feel that slight impatience. And I think I just have to recognize that and fight it back because it won't be overnight.
What helps you recognize your impatience?
I'm not sure. I think I feel impatient, which is kind of like, what are you, crazy? It's not gonna, it's not an overnight thing. So sort of like rationalizing and thinking to myself, I'm not sure.
Prior to joining this program, did you realize that you were impatient?
Probably. I think in a normal way, yeah.
Now that you realize that there are, intermittent frequencies or periods where you might feel impatient, how do you think you'll handle that?
Part is it's not like a finish line, it's just a change, right? Like this has to be life change. And that's kind of my talk back, right? It's not like do your task, then you're done. It's just this is the life change, so it takes time, is fine. I'm not sure.
Let's try doing your push-ups. Let's do 6 reps and see how much you've improved, okay? See if you can lower your hands by an inch. How about 2 more? And then go back to lowering your hands and then another, I think it's split back up. Well, that's improved drastically since the first day we did your assessment. Let's do your lunges next and test those out too, since these are the bigger exercises. And let's do 10 reps.
Am I too close?
Yep, 10 reps. Good. What I want to see in over the next 3 weeks from you is for you to increase your push-ups to sets of 10. And how that's going to happen is you're going to go from 6, for example, hypothetically, you did 6 right now, 6 to 8. You're going to go from 6 to 8 to 8 consistently. Then you're going to go from 8 consistently to 10 consistently. And within a span of 3 to 4 weeks, you'll be that much far ahead. And then with your lunges, the progression is going to come when you show me that you're able to lower that back knee lower and lower. Right now, for instance, when you do the lunges, you're not able to lower the back knee all the way down. And that's a problem because it's going to tax your thigh muscles a lot more, and it requires a lot more burn. It requires a lot more patience, a lot more stability. But slowly you're going to aim for that. Am I going lower is the voice in your head,
Okay.
And as you progress and accomplish that, you're going to go from 10 reps to 12 to 15 to 20. One day you get to 25 reps, then we'll start putting dumbbells in your hands. Any questions?
When I use the chair, is it just for stability, or to put some weight on the chair so I can go forward?
2 parts. So the chair will help you hold your balance, i.e. stability, because you don't have it. Okay. And second, the chair is to help you not fall or cause an accident. Okay. So those are 2 primary reasons. You're supposed to hold the chair just enough where you rely on your own strength to execute the exercise. If you push or put more weight on the chair, 2 things are going to happen. The chair will slip, horrible. Or 2, you're not using enough of your strength.
Okay. Like these 10, I was not putting a lot of weight on the chair, but I notice when I'm tired, through some of the workouts when I'm towards the end, it's like I end up putting more weight on like the SoFi or something like that.
That's a normal process. Anyone that gets tired after doing the first set or 2 or second set or after a certain amount of reps will compensate by holding onto the chair or some sort of object or the wall more so. Where you want to be in your mindset is you want to remind yourself, don't overuse the chair. Get stronger on your own.
Yeah. So it's better not to go lower and not use the chair if that's like where I am in that point.
That's where you are now, correct?
Okay.
Your progression will be within a matter of 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
And it's a gradual progression, which means it will be very subtle, significant observations that may be able to see that your back knee is going down.
Okay. Do any of the exercises change in the coming weeks? Is there any other ones to add in, or do we stick with these?
No, you're going to increase the reps of the push-ups.
Yeah.
So you will stick to a 10 because you're not ready to progress, obviously. Your body's not strong enough. And you will stick to the same amount of lunges. The only difference is I need you to aim to start going lower and lower.
Okay.
So that's your homework for the next week. Any other questions?
There have been a couple, like at least one of the workouts, I just felt weak, right? Like I had enough food, I wasn't starving, but I felt like weak, like I couldn't do it. And there was enough rest days in between. It shouldn't have been that way. Any recommendations?
Usually when you're in a little bit of a caloric deficit, for example, you're in caloric deficit by 300 calories per day, just hypothetically picking that number.
Yeah.
And you're training 3 to 4 times a week. You will notice in certain days, you might feel a little bit weaker, or the workout will feel a little bit more challenging. Okay. Most times, I think the key question is, should you dwell on that, worry about it? Should you focus on that too much more than it's required to? You shouldn't. And the reason why I say that is because you probably will be surprised at it at this level, but maybe you might not. You will not always have 100% energy and strength in every workout. Some workouts will feel like a drag. I think where people or beginners go wrong is where they expect every workout to be 100% energy, and they expect to feel 100% pumped. And that's where they go wrong. And that's where they've been miseducated. The protocol is, even if you feel like a drag, you are supposed to finish that workout 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30, 35 minutes, whatever long it takes for the exercises that you're supposed to do. And the purpose for that is because you're going after building a sustainable routine / discipline. So we don't go back to the old conversation in your strategy session where you say, I don't have the motivation, I live a yo-yo life. And that's the goal. And again, to remind you from the strategy session, the physiological byproduct of this process will be the first 10 to 15 pounds will be lost. Your thigh muscle will be tighter, more toned. Your upper body muscle will be tighter, more toned. You'll be strong and you'll feel better. That's a byproduct of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Think so or yes so? Think so. We can talk more if you have any questions. If yes so, then you retain the information.
Yeah, I guess it's something I should know.
Why do you say you should know this? Why do you say that?
I guess you know it. It's that your energy will go up and down where I didn't expect it. I didn't expect.
But why do you say you should know that your energy is supposed to go up and down or will go up and down?
It makes sense. That's why it makes sense. You say it makes sense. I'm processing it, but I didn't expect it.
Yeah, you didn't know that. You didn't know that. It makes sense to you now that I say it, I explain it, but you're like, oh, okay, it makes sense, but I didn't know that.
Correct.
And the whole process is you're supposed to be and get more educated on what coaching is really all about and weight loss is really all about. What's your goal? You still want to lose the 15 to 20 pounds, correct?
Yeah.
What's your long-term goal?
Get down to a healthy weight, but really have a healthy body for life.
So if you're a busy mom struggling with the same issues on how to get your body back, your confidence, and fit it into your lifestyle where you can also not compromise on the passion, the love of your family, and make sure that you're fit not only for yourself but for them, follow this video, like this video, and go to my website below, ownyourfitness.com, fill out a strategy form, and schedule a consultation, an assessment, and a strategy session with me where you and I can come up with a plan on how to fix these issues long term. Coach Adam.